Busman's holiday. A holiday that you spend doing the same kind of thing that you usually do for your job.
This is Andrew Atkinson. He's a resident in Ob-Gyn at Jersey Shore University Medical Center. He spends his days working with the other excellent residents. He participates in the operating room doing gynecologic surgery. He's really good at delivering babies. Andrew sees patients at the Family Health Center. He studies obstetrics and gynecology, trying to become the best doctor that he can be.
When it was time for his vacation, he considered many options. A stay vacation, a beach vacation, a mountain vacation, a Big Apple vacation, a visit to family.
You never know where inspiration will come from. Sometimes it comes from a conversation, and sometimes it comes from a book.
The decision was cinched when he came upon the 18th century Ethiopian healing scrolls at the Metropolitan Art Museum. Through friends, he contacted Dr. Abinet Sise and was invited to work at the hospital in Ethiopia.
He arranged for a passport and got a visa. He got about a zillion shots.
He packed and packed and packed some more.
Andrew left New York on a cold, snowy day and flew to Addis Ababa on Air Egypt.
He thought it was hard to find his luggage until he tried to find his bus in the dark.
It was a miserable 6-hour bus ride to Debre Marcos. It doesn't look far on the map, but it was. The roads were switchbacks through the mountains. The roads have no shoulder. It was probably a good thing it was dark and he couldn't see.
As the sun came up, Andrew could see Ethiopia for the first time. He thought about what he knew of this unfamiliar, exotic place. He knew from watching Indiana Jones that the tablets of the Ten Commandments were here. The Queen of Sheba is from here. Most of what he knew came from the inspiring novel Cutting for Stone.
When we think about Ethiopia, we think about the years of civil war, the circumcision of women, the dreadful maternal mortality rate, and the poverty.
Andrew had to drag his tired mind from bad things to think of Ethiopian coffee, World Heritage Rock churches, and Lucy, the mother of us all. Andrew stayed in a small hotel in the town center. It was a modest place. All right, it was a dump, but he didn't come here for the amenities.
Andrew liked the food. There are no forks. Everything is eaten with injera, a spongy, sour flatbread.
You need a cold drink when you're eating such spicy food. Like at home, it's fun to talk shop over a meal.
The hospital seems strange at first, but it really is the same as at home. There is a kitchen to feed the staff and patients.
Water is available, but not in a flowing sink. There are no 5-minute scrubs here with the water left running. They have an X-ray machine with an area for film developing. There is a laundry where the gowns and drapes are washed, and the Ethiopian version of a dryer. They have an autoclave where they sterilize everything. Instruments, gloves, gowns, everything. Everything is reusable. Nothing is disposable. They have a room like the Room of Requirement in Hogwarts. Nothing is ever thrown away. You never know when you'll need to cannibalize one thing for parts to repair something else.
The most important part of any hospital is the caregivers. The staff is great. Did I mention that the midwives are male? Everyone is committed. Here are 2 stories Andrew shared with us. Asifa presented to the hospital with terrible belly pain. Her abdomen was distended with a cabbage-sized, firm mass. There was no ultrasound. The doctors did not know what they were going to find. She was taken to the operating room. They took out her ovary. It was a huge, benign cystic teratoma which had twisted on its blood supply. She did well post-operatively. Andrew had seen dermoid cysts before, but never one on this scale.
Sally was in labor for 2 days at home. It was clear that something was very wrong. The baby wouldn't come out. She walked with her sister and her mom for 8 hours to come to the hospital. It was a relief the baby was alive. Forceps were considered, but the head was asynclitic. There was no safe way to apply them. A cesarean delivery was performed. The baby came out screaming. His head was bruised from being smashed against her pelvic bones for so long. He got weighed and put in the warmer bassinet to recover from his long, difficult journey. Mom did well post-operatively. It was amazing she escaped infection.
It was a busman's holiday. In Ethiopia, Andrew did all the same things he does at home in New Jersey. The diseases are the same. He learned that you can manage with fewer resources. You don't have to have all the bells and whistles. You can still take care of your patients. He is very grateful for the amenities that we have back home. It makes the diagnosis more certain, and things are much safer for the patient. Andrew still hasn't said where he's going on vacation next year. I think he's waiting for inspiration.